Pass.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate the ability to be here today. Thanks so much for the invitation. It is truly an honor to be among those who have sacrificed so much and have given so much and fought alongside for a nation that at the time you hadn't ever been to. So thank you so much for that. Thank you for your sacrifices, and it is an incredible thrill to be here on the day after the governor signed into law the bill to make Hmong Lao Veterans Day permanent and enshrine it into law. Again, very pleased to be here with Steve and Jill and Brad. So I will hand it off to them. Again, thank you. Being new to this job, I know that we haven't met. Many of us haven't met, but I encourage you to continue to have these conversations, or continue to have a conversation with my office, and feel free to reach out to me whenever you feel that you would like to have further conversations about Hmong community in La Crosse. Again, thank you so much. Thanks to our veterans, and I will now pass the torch to Representative Steve Doyle.
Steve, before you talk, let me talk first. Yeah, thank you. Ini dia punya kena pe cimunda, pe saya dia kalau halu okey dia cuma sama apa tahu na. So let's talk here and stay together until everybody talk. So that's my rule, okay? Tôi ăn còn cái này giờ, pe tụi thôi cho pe họ luôn La Crosse nó làm thế là bây Steve Doyle giờ itu state representative nhá họ tôi trả La Crosse nào, trong xem tôi cũng pe nó. The next speaker is our state representative who has been our leaders in the La Crosse area for many years. We are so honored to have you here with us today. And the next time is yours to speak. And please, thank you.
Thank you, Sal. And also, thank you to Mayor Mitch. It's nice to be here with him and my colleagues today. It's also nice to be among something recently that I think my Caucasian friends throughout the country need to keep in mind. And the comment was this: for every Hmong Lao soldier who died, an American soldier was able to come home. And we need to recognize the sacrifice that the Hmong Lao community made on our behalf back in during the time of the Secret War. So thank you so much. And it's an honor for me to be here to recognize the sacrifice that your community has made for the country that is now your country too. So thank you in that regard. And I want to read the bill, and then I'm going to pass it over to Senator Paff, and then eventually Jill Billings is going to read the citation that the three of us have signed on, recognizing the special day that we've set aside now. So this is 2021 Wisconsin Act 31, and this was signed by the governor yesterday, and it was to honor Hmong Lao Veterans Day, to recognize Southeast Asians, Americans, and their allies who served, suffered, sacrificed, or died in the secret war in Laos during the Vietnam War in the years 1961 to 1975, in support of the Armed Forces of the United States, and in recognition of May 14, 1975, as the last day of airlift evacuation of officers and their families from the covert headquarters in Long Kieng, Laos, to the Nam Phong refugee camp in Thailand. May 14th is designated as the Hmong Lao Veterans Day. The governor shall issue annually a suitable proclamation for the observance of Hmong Lao Veterans Day, ordering the flags at the State Capitol building to be flown at half-staff, requesting that some portion of the day be used to recall the veterans' accomplishments and to thank those veterans for their service during that war, and encouraging schools to discuss Hmong military service in support of the Armed Forces of the United States. And I'm honored and pleased to say that my colleagues and I all voted unanimously in favor of this bill. So I'm going to turn it over at this point to Senator Paff, but I assume that I'm going to get interrupted before that by my friend Sao over
Thank
here.
you so much. Appreciate both Senator Representative Doyle. Sorry, I'm going to just summarize a little bit what you just said, because people just want to find out what we said. I don't share Nam Ho Cộng hòa Governor John đỡ thiết thì lúc nào thế trong cái đèn đỡ tua bu đồ cái bờ nhà họ nó cả bao hạt tiền cái ấy bờ chỉnh chỉnh thế tên gì và cháu có tu trò to ship ba trò nhất là cho ba được cho mẹ anh ấy coi rong sắp rồi chúng mới chỉ bỏ tàu và cho lúc tới chờ mẹ nó tới ba chỉ chứ rạp bầu cho cái và cho nên tôi phải chờ mong tôi để chờ nó đặt khó số nào cho nên liền này có những biểu mà những chắc rồi chị cô em mới trò và cô mới khó lúc nào cho go ahead I'm gonna fix it. Let me introduce you first. The next speaker will be our new state senator Brad Ford. He is a new elected and will be a great leader for us in the Korea region across area and for our city. And please welcome State Senator Brad Ford. Thank you. Rồi cái từ State Senator tôi về Brad Ford thì có hòm máu cái cái chủ sở nữa nó là người ta là tôi State Senator tiếp theo rồi người cho bên được khởi dụng nào cũng chờ.
Well, thank you for the opportunity to be here. My name is Brad Taft, and I was elected in November to the Wisconsin State Senate, representing this region, the Cooley region, in the Wisconsin State Senate. And it is an honor to be here with the new mayor, Mayor Mitch Reynolds, as well as my colleagues, State Representative Joe Billington, State Representative Steve Doyle. I want to thank you. I want to thank you for coming out this morning. I want to thank you for your continued commitment and dedication in making the Cooley region a great place to live, to work, and to raise a family. I want to ask for your continued help, your continued assistance, as we step forward together to make this area even more inclusive, even more welcoming, to make sure that we have more opportunities for all of us when it comes to housing, when it comes to economic development, when it comes to job training, comes to education. I think together, by coming together, continuing to listen, continuing to learn from one another, by respecting one another, by recognizing the importance of who we all are, our cultures, and how, by learning and by listening, we can make this area even better than it is right now. I want to thank you for the invitation that you extended to me. I want to thank you for the assistance that you have provided me. And I want to thank you for the work that together we will do together in order to continue to move this area forward. So thank you again for the invitation to be here this morning. Together, let's continue to work to move our area forward. So thank you. Now, I'm going to turn this over to my colleague, State Representative Joe Billings.
Before you that, can you give the microphone to Tony?
Oh,
Yeah, Tony will translate a little bit.
Oh, me?
Yes.
I don't know South.
Yeah, you just
Okay.
Yeah, try your
Okay,
best. Try your best.
Don't put me in a spot like this. It's difficult. Okay. So, 首先呢，我考虑接了我 New York State Senator Brad Taft. 嘅話，如 November 呢，話呢啲包下啲呢老師都啲呢樣，啲呢也一度represent 俾如清查咁樣咯呢，啲呢中學接了呢，呢啲話好啲查嘢，我做到呢些啦，我弄到你們做夢多少咯呢，頂住題目啊，要做啲啲電機，只能不把把啲，啲啊，啲你就自己就我都做些啦，啲啲電機我到巴，啲場面嘅我做สงครามเวียดนาม chỉ tại nó sư nữ ya itu yo là cổng rồi bé sẽ là yo là môn thua cho cái gì lúc 18 có bé lúc gì lúc rõ nó có sẽ là một cho cái gì phử có sẽ là một cho cái 18 là một chỉ kho chỉ hai cái địa lan thế cả cái cần tao cáiวันนี้nó là một chỉ kho và chế tế ba tế chế san tế ba tế chế cả lúc trong nó có và mình thế có lo là giá tận đây nữ ya ituวันนี้trong xe chấp là hai địa nữ tao là ô hao lử cho nó bé cho mong sẽ đầu thế mà nữ ya ituวันนี้sao để giá nó là giá tận đây có bé sẽ đầu yếu chủ mua cho cái công tế cho cái xí lú có bé là xí bò xí bự em cho tới chế tiền chi nó thế 我在这点努，你好被我到这路能来也别说个，别说了么子给我们，你用些吃不来弄呢，我叫人那点努多的，哇你那努了就要看到这些，一不么到这，了我那了就让你谈了到底呀天，用些吃不来呢，我叫。
Tony, say a few words for Tony.
For this community, and she has worked with Hmong Culture Centers on a number of bills, at the state level, and so we're very, very pleased to have her join us this morning. And so I'm gonna hand the mic over to Joe, but nu na ya inu cheng cheng na, wa nu na tu yo hai lo tan de na ya to state representative Joe Billing. Joe ya itu wa cũng bao nhiêu lần đấy, ni ya itu lâu theo mọi chùa bên trong mong hành, thằng là qua hậu lửa nữ dân qua hậu tuột đó là con họ mong dia dân sản phẩm bên cho nó cho qua sẽ sĩ thả thì nữa phá từ bên lịch ra. So please help us welcome State Representative Joe Billing.
Good morning. I'm humbled to be here today to honor Hmong veterans who served shoulder to shoulder with American troops during the Vietnam War.
Chịว่าnữ dùng xe chấp lời nữa, nó nữ tàu tua khăn nào thế, nữ tàu tua bỏ thế chỉ tên gì hay để giá tạ theo lo, chỉ là nó phong ra bỏ thế bé trong này trong gì trong quốc tu trò sẽ được, tàu ô la ô cả, ô li là hải mua lúc sư bự cho lòng mù xí, nè nó ba theo mua tệ để tên nó cho lòng mù nè nó theo lấy chữ xí, tên gì nó.
The Hmong, some as young as 12 years old, bravely provided ground support for American pilots during the conflict. I personally know an American pilot, Fred Weber, whose life was saved time and again by Hmong service members. This led to a lasting friendship with the Hmong commander here in the United States until his death last month.
Tên gì nó chỉ dùng gì vậy giả chỉnh chắc hả? Nếu như bỏ tao hả thì bé cho ô tô cho thấu này ít xe mua cầu ở sòng sư từ mua cho 3 tiếng cho mình cả rồi và nếu mua ít tu phong dư của Fred Weber nó tao trâu chở lo đỡ bé chồng mong sẽ đâu em nếu theo chỉ toa em nếu cho xe thì là nhỏ lo để lòng em nếu như mua ít cho cái phong dư nó bé chồng mong sẽ đâu theo cho ô tô cho
We honor the Hmong who in Southeast Asia provided cover for exiting American troops at the end of the war. Many Hmong soldiers and families, as you know, did not make it out or preferred to stay to try to keep their traditional lifestyle. But as communist forces took over, many Hmong families had terrifying journeys to safety in refugee camps and eventually settled in places around the world, including Wisconsin.
Chỉ nên những bao hạt địa muốn tao một lần đầu tiên, giờ vì hạt địa mong tới chế tên gì lo, chắp lời tao ba cái nọ cho chữ mi ca, trong mong sẽ là thế li mua cho học cao học kế tao tôi đã lúc tới chờ nó, thêm một nhau đầu thông can đủ, chỉ ta lên nó sư bên ý chế mong phần trong là chờ tôi nhau đầu sang Wisconsin thế.
Christchurch here in La Crosse, I know firsthand of the hard work of my students to learn English, to get their citizenship, and to learn to survive and flourish in their new home.
Nếu dùng xe chấp lời, họ hãy địa và tàu mua bê trọng mong sẽ được tôi nhớ đó sang Wisconsin. Nếu giờ ý tù cũ này khu và tàu khen tới nhớ đó tàu friendship program, tàu khen tới rồi bê cho này cho chỉ cho lâu sẽ được thầu sẽ được nhiều khó tua nhớ đó dùng gì chào nữa. Nếu bỏ tàu thì sẽ được tôi cho lúc tới chờ nó là sẽ được những món xe trâu xe và sẽ được luôn nâng. Khả năng vậy khả năng khả gì và nếu anh cho một chỉ ta chỉ cơ. Rồi tận thọ thế chỉ là nó phong bỏ thế bị trọng mong sẽ được. Và này sai hay thế này sai là nhớ đó lúc sang Wisconsin, nếu sang Wisconsin nó giờ ilu state và trong chap lại phụ đó này thế và trong.